First Nocturne. Lesson from the Book of Jeremiah. Thus saith the Lord, a voice was heard on high of lamentation, of mourning and weeping, of Rachel weeping for her children, and refusing to be comforted for them, because they are not. Thus saith the Lord, let thy voice cease from weeping, and thy eyes from tears, for there is a reward for thy work, saith the Lord, and they shall return out of the land of the enemy. And here is hope for thy last end, saith the Lord, and the children shall return to their own borders. Hearing I heard Ephraim when he went into captivity. Thou hast chastised me, and I was instructed, as a young bullock unaccustomed to the yoke. Convert me, and I shall be converted, for thou art the Lord my God. For after thou didst convert me, I did penance, and after thou didst shew unto me, I struck my thigh. I am confounded and ashamed, because I have borne the reproach of my youth. Surely Ephraim is an honorable son to me, surely he is a tender child, for since I spoke of him, I will still remember him. Set thee up a watchtower, make to thee bitterness, direct thy heart into the right way, wherein thou hast walked. Return, O Virgin of Israel, return to these thy cities. How long wilt thou be dissolute in deliciousness, O wandering daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing upon the earth, a woman shall compass a man. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, as yet shall they say this word in the land of Judah, and in the cities thereof, when I shall bring back their captivity. The Lord bless thee, the beauty of justice, the holy mountain. Second Nocturne. From the Sermons of St. Augustine, Bishop. Dearly beloved brethren, today we keep the birthday of those children, who, as we are informed by the Gospel, were massacred by the savage King Herod. Therefore let earth rejoice with exceeding joy, for she is the mother of these heavenly soldiers, and of this numerous host. The love of the vile Herod could never have crowned these blessed ones as hath his hatred. For the Church testifieth by this holy solemnity, that whereas iniquity did specially abound against these little saints, so much the more were heavenly blessings poured out upon them. Blessed art thou, O Bethlehem in the land of Judah, which hast suffered the cruelty of King Herod in the slaughter of thy children, who art found worthy to offer at once to God a whole white-robed army of guileless martyrs. Surely, it is well to keep their birthday, even that blessed birthday which gave them from earth to heaven, more blessed than the day that brought them out of their mother's womb. Scarcely had they entered on the life that now is, when they obtained that glorious life which is to come. We praise the death of other martyrs because it was the crowning act of an undaunted and persistent testimony, but these were crowned at once. He that mocketh an end to this present life, gave to them at its very gates that eternal blessedness which we hope for at its close. They whom the wickedness of Herod tore from their mothers' breasts are rightfully called the flowers of martyrdom. Hardly had these buds of the Church shown their heads above the soil, in the winter of unbelief, when the frost of persecution nipped them. Third Nocturne. From the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph, saying, Arise, and take the child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and remain there until I tell you. For Herod will seek the child to destroy him. So he arose, and took the child and his mother by night, and withdrew into Egypt, and remained there until the death of Herod, that what was spoken by the Lord through the prophet might be fulfilled, Out of Egypt I called my son. Then Herod, seeing that he had been tricked by the Magi, was exceedingly angry, and he sent and slew all the boys in Bethlehem and all its neighborhood who were 2 years old or under, according to the time that he had carefully ascertained from the Magi. Then was fulfilled what was spoken through Jeremiah the prophet. A voice was heard in Ramah, weeping and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children, and she would not be comforted, because they are no more. Laus tibi, Christa. Homily by St. Jerome, priest at Bethlehem. He took the young child, and his mother, and fled into Egypt, by night and in darkness. And the darkness of that night was a figure of the darkness of ignorance in which they left the unbelievers from whom they fled. But when they returned into Judea, we learn not from the Gospel that it was by night, or in darkness, which is an image of that light which will lighten the Jews, when, at the end of the world, they shall receive back the faith, which now lighteneth the Gentiles, even as Judea received Christ returning from Egypt, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Those who go about to deny the authority of the Hebrew Scriptures ask where any such passage is to be found in the Septuagint. But, although they find it not there, I tell them that the fact of its being written in the prophet Hosea can be proved by the texts which I have lately published. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, In Ramah was there a voice heard, weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children. The child of Rachel was Benjamin, and Bethlehem is not a town belonging to his tribe. We must therefore seek another reason why Rachel should weep for the children of Judah, to whom Bethlehem belongeth, as for her own. The plain answer is that she is buried at Ephrath close to Bethlehem, and she is called mother on account of the resting place of her earthly tabernacle being there. It is possible also that she is called mother because the tribes of Judah and Benjamin were joined together, and Herod slew not only all the children that were in Bethlehem, but also in all the coasts thereof.